Kids, what's the most creative excuse someone has made up? We walked into science class and instantly knew something was wrong. Mr. Harrison was standing at the front of the room with that specific smile teachers get when they're about to ruin your entire week. He goes, pop quiz today. Chapter 12, get your pencils out. The room went silent, not the focused kind of silent, though we're all going to fail and possibly cry kind of silent. Chapter 12 was a nightmare. We hadn't studied, we hadn't even finished reading it, and honestly half of us thought it was optional until finals. Everyone started pulling out blank sheets of paper like we were preparing for our own funerals. But then there was Bryce. Bryce sat 2 rows ahead of me, and while the rest of us were having internal meltdowns, he looked weirdly calm. Too calm, like he'd already won a game. None of us knew we were playing. Mr. Harrison started passing out the quizzes, and the second one hit Bryce's desk. His hand shot up. Mr. Harrison, I really need to use the bathroom. The teacher sighed. Bryce, the quiz just started. I know, but it's an emergency, like a serious emergency. Mr. Harrison stared at him for a second, then waved him off. Fine, 5 minutes. That's it. Bryce nodded, stood up, and walked out like he was about to commit the heist of the century. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 15. At this point, people were starting to notice. Someone whispered, "Is Bryce okay?" Mr. Harrison looked at the clock, then at the door, and his face shifted from annoyed to suspicious. He pointed at another kid, Marcus, and said, "Go check on him." Marcus left. 2 minutes later, Marcus came back, and he was laughing so hard he could barely breathe. Mr. Harrison goes, "What's so funny?" Marcus tried to talk, but kept cracking up. Finally he goes, "He's not in the bathroom. He's in the hallway, on FaceTime, with his brother." The entire class went dead silent again. Then someone whispered, "No way." Mr. Harrison's face turned red, not embarrassed red, the kind of red that means someone's about to get expelled. He stood up, marched to the door, and disappeared into the hallway. We all froze. You could hear everything. Mr. Harrison's voice echoed back into the classroom. "Bryce, what are you doing?" And then we heard Bryce panic, going, "I'm calling my mom. I feel sick." There was a pause, and then clear as day, we heard a voice from Bryce's phone yell, "Burrow, the answer to number 7 is mitochondria." The entire class lost it. People were choking on their own laughter. Someone fell out of their chair. I had to put my head down because I couldn't breathe. Mr. Harrison came back and dragging Bryce by the shoulder like he'd just arrested him. Bryce's phone was still in his hand, and his brother was still on the call going, "Wait, did he get caught?" Mr. Harrison snatched the phone, held it up to his face, and said into the camera, "Yes, he got caught." Then he hung up. Bryce just stood there looking like his entire life had flashed before his eyes. Mr. Harrison pointed to the door. "Principal's office." Now, Bryce tried to defend himself. "Sir, I really was feeling sick." "Then why was your brother reading quiz answers out loud?" Bryce blinked. "He was just helping me feel better." Mr. Harrison didn't even respond, just pointed again. Bryce walked out in silence. The rest of us finished the quiz in complete